I'm Kalisha, and thanks for joining my holistic journey. This is the documentary of pretty much a well-balanced life. This is chapter 9, financial. So I know I mentioned a couple times, I'm not going to dig deep into my financial situation, but it was because it wasn't my focus in my holistic journey, because my holistic journey was to heal a whole nother level of me. It wasn't necessarily financial. I literally was just sick in the head. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. And so now I'm able to function and see, because it's different if you literally can't work. That's different. And so it was actually a good timing that I did this intro. So I'm in the middle of watching a documentary on Netflix called Get Smart with Money. And it's different random people from different financial situations. And one thing I said is somebody was complaining they're broke. And I was like, we're all broke. A millionaire is broke to a billionaire. It depends on your perspective. It depends on your situation. It depends on a lot of financial status. I thought it was interesting because they did somebody that literally makes no money. And one of them was an artist, because I think the struggling artist gets the worst, like it's the cliche of a broke person because you're trying to sell your art. And artists are, to me, I mean, I'm an artist, so I think they're magicians. But nonetheless, there are a couple other people in a couple other financial situations. Some people are spenders, family, single life, wealthy people. They talked about stock markets, which I'm not a fan of right now. I think it's time to buy now, actually. Anyway, I thought it was a good time to do this intro. So my financial situation, I'm living, and that's really all I need to establish about that. I am working on a nonprofit organization. I'm just starting I'm trying to get my fashion movie done. It's actually getting filmed currently, like right now. I'm in process of props and working on that and getting the footage for that. So I'm really crossing my fingers I can get it done by the end of October, but we'll see. But it's my project, and even though my idea, I would post it for free, but it's a production. It's a piece of art. It's something that has more value than how to monetize myself. So I actually did look up how to monetize art. But in this current situation, what I'm doing with the Almighty Triggered Trip, holistic journey is more art and more healing for me. It's equivalent to one of my fashion shows that I've done in the past. It's the feeling of accomplishment in doing something and sharing something that means something. I would love to do it, obviously, for money, because money makes the world turn. And there's nothing better than doing what you love and making money. But there's something about doing something that you don't know if it's going to make money and still having the love to do it. There's a joy in that I love working, and I love producing, and I love creating, and I love bringing ideas to life. And the process that it takes is a while. And it's so funny because I knew I wanted this project done, and all my fashion shows took a year, but now I'm like, I should have it done in 3 months or whatever it is. So it's very interesting watching me work even faster after this infection. But that's just how life is. And if life gives me that type of energy, it doesn't matter if I make money off of it or not. I just really enjoy what I do. I enjoy how I do it. And this journey is not just for me in the sense of holding information. I'm learning as I go, like everybody else in this world. And we make mistakes. And a lot of them cost us like literal money. And then you have to figure out the hustle and the side hustle and all this other stuff to make your living situation be comfortable. And everybody's is different. And I've gone through my highs and lows. So talking about finances should not be a scary thing. Talking about finances should actually be empowering because you want to be able to make your own money and modernize yourself. As a other profession, I would imagine is maybe slightly easier. Guaranteed jobs like doctors and nurses and things, healthcare, lawyers, all these things are actually needed. And art, I think that's why it's like a struggling artist, because at the end of the day, like I graduated with my bachelor's in fine art for fashion design in 2008, and the recession hit. We definitely decided, as the world says, do you really need this? And everybody pretty much lost a job. I just graduated from college, so I really didn't know any difference anyway, and it was a hard struggle financially. So the struggle has been a little bit different for me since I can remember, because it's always been recession feeling. And now the world is turning, and everybody has that pop. That it's time for things, especially as an artist. It's always some sort of trend and you can blend in. So as I progress in my artwork and my career, it's not always about financial situation, but I do actually have a separate file that I'm making sure that I document after my nonprofit organization is up and running. So I'm actually meeting with people and trying to get that off the ground, but that's not to be financially free. That goal is to, of course, live and maintain, but help others. That's the difference. My summer camp is to help children, help heal, help develop young adults. So when we get to, older age, we don't have to struggle with mental health and financial health. Because if you don't have your mind, you don't have your body, you don't have health, you can't really gain as much wealth as you like, because you're not able to produce. So thinking clearly, being mindful of everything in life is the key to a lot of financial freedom, because a lot of just even watching this documentary are spend money emotionally or whatever it is. So you definitely want to be mindful of like how you're spending money, why you're spending money. There's different rules and tips they give. So I think that's really cool. You think you should check that out. But personally, I'm just reviewing myself. So I actually did a couple, of course, research. And the first one says how to become a millionaire, a step-by-step guide, which I think is pretty funny. But I'm not going to read in detail, but it is pretty interesting. Diversify your income streams. So start a side hustle, minimize taxes. One key to becoming a millionaire is protecting your wealth, and this requires minimizing taxes. Take a look at the most wealthy people, and you'll see this is a strategy by which they live and breathe. Taxes. Invest. That's one of the things that they mentioned. S&P 500 and NASDAQ on E-Trade. They actually briefly mentioned that in this documentary. And then this one says investment accounts, investing in stocks, brokerage accounts, and retirement plans. So avoid bad debt, of course. There's good debt, bad debt. Investment properties is a kind of a good debt. And then student loans is, I have student loans. Most people do. You just got to figure it out. Credit card, I know the percentage rate went up. And credit card debt, percentage charges you more. It's not cash. Credit cards are not cash. So even though you swipe now, you have to pay back later, but you're paying back way more than you would if you just paid cash. But I personally use my credit card and get my points. So I just stack up my points and then pay my cash, pay back my credit immediately. So I use my credit card, I know how much I'm spending, and then I put my cash on there to pay off the balance, and then I got my points. So I kind of get my money back ish. So that's what it says: cash back and travel rewards. 5, slash your expenses. So you got to go over what you got spending. And then 6, save money every month. That means you got to really understand your budget, how much you got coming in. 7, invest in real estate. 8, stick to a budget. 9, get paid more at work. Says most millionaires will tell you they did not get where they are by only working a 9-to-5 job collecting base salary. If you really want to build wealth, eventually you may need to leave your job or set up a lucrative side hustle to reach millionaire status. Only you can determine which income streams you want to pursue. In the meantime, you can also make sure you're getting paid as much as you can for the work you're actually currently performing. So make sure you get, how much you're worth. Figure out your X factor. Everyone has a few qualities that make them unique. The trick is to hone in on these qualities, refine them, and transform them into profits. Maybe you're funny and have what it takes to make people laugh, or be an excellent bookkeeping. Don't dismay if you're approaching 40 and your guitar skills didn't land you on stage. It's not a race. And they just talk about people that made it at a certain age. The point is, you have some skills that could potentially separate you from the rest of the catapult you to a millionaire status. Talks about Amazon, and the possibilities are limitless once you apply your skills to career or new business venture. It's always kind of art something related, it feels like, but it's really like that it says catapult, so you got to have that to get you there. 11, travel wisely. Keep your eye on the crypto market. This is cryptocurrency, and then some people argue that Bitcoin is the only coin worth investing in. Research that on your own time. But it says this is how to become a millionaire. Attain financial freedom is the key. Give your family a better life, and maximize your value. This is how to become a millionaire. And I personally think the goal of becoming a millionaire, me personally, I would love to become a millionaire, but I love what I do. So I'm not trying to reach a number, because technically I'm priceless. What I do is priceless. What I leave behind is priceless, because one day I'm not going to be on this earth. One day I'm not going to be here, and you're not going to be able to get my designs. You're not going to be able to get my thoughts. You're not going to be able to get what I create. You're not going to be able to get my fashion. You're not going to be able to get these stories, or me sewing a jacket on my grandmother's sewing machine. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's priceless to me. So for me, that's why I'm working on House of Leona Taylor. It's not just a fashion house, but it's a creative house. Because it's really my ideas, and to make money off of myself to create financial freedom is the goal for your kids, I would imagine, or generations. Not just you, but you work, enjoy your life, and then you're gone, and then people depend on you. So financial boost, that's why we have life insurance policies. Grant the next generation so they could move on without that harsh struggle. So even though I didn't go into that in my chapter, I did go over my ideas to change. So that's very interesting to me of, 13 ways to live financially in a health lifestyle, which is this: financial basics. Decide on a goal, calculate your income, know your total expenses, and mastering a budget and set a monthly budget. Do a routine check-in, tackling debt, know your debt and interest rates, choose a debt repayment method, debt avalanche, debt snowball, and paying yourself first. Start early, maximize employer matching, managing financial stress, take a deep breath, and maintain time for exercise. Remember, it's okay to say no. Talk to someone who you trust. That's just a quick briefing of 13 ways to live financially health lifestyle. So that's why I'm kind of adapting the new standard of how to become financially free, how to become steady, but also applying it to a plan, because the first thing is decide on a goal. So my goal is the nonprofit organization, to get that off the floor. So that's why this is in the financial category, because I'm actually documenting how it grows to get to another level of my life, my daughter's life, and be able to bring, a financial steady income. So we can go into detail of different things I've done. I'm excited to share, but most of my stuff will be on YouTube, and I think I can figure out how to make money off of that too. But nonetheless, I love what I do. So I've been putting art out for free almost all my life. I don't think anything's going to change at this point, but I am ready to start a certain level of income of my own designs. So I'm very, very excited for that. And I know it's going to come. So, yay. Today is Monday, July 25th, 2022, 1:07 p.m. Liana is at school. She has been giving me the run for my money of stomach issues and sick, and she needs a lot of care. I've gone through a lot of diapers. Poor baby. She's so happy, but she got the runs, and it just is life. I just went grocery shopping, hopefully for the week. I think I got some pretty good meals. Got a lot of vegetables, and I had this $10 voucher for vegetables, and I got apples and green beans, and the guy was like, "That's it?" And I was like, "That's all it covers." Literally a bag of apples and a bag of green beans is $10. And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." So, but I have to make sure, we got something. My plan was to do a photo shoot today outside, but it actually just started raining. Probably don't even need to do it, but I'm excited because I feel like I was able to see the next couple months of my life change with things that I've been working on, thinking about, putting together, problem solving. It really was a catapult because, life has all different paths, and one of them is financial. Being financially secure is the bomb. Is literally probably one of the best, most ideal things to have. However, that works for you. Everybody financially secure is not the same. So keep that in mind. So this topic, I've been working on, as I said, different projects, and I feel very confident of the documentary I'm working on, and I'm organizing files, and I realized like I did 12 categories. I told my therapist this. I'm also applying for jobs. I found this photography job that apparently you just take pictures with your phone and submit them. That just seems fun and adventurous. I just need a couple of things like everybody else. Increase finances. Like this chapter is how to increase finances based off of my skills, based off of my knowledge. I know my screenplays are they're priceless ideas, but they're $1 million films. I can guarantee it. If it's treated with the respect and appreciation and care that it deserves as any other project by a team that's willing to see the vision, guaranteed to make millions. But till I get there, that's future money, you know. But I need to work on current money. I think everybody needs to work on more. Everybody would love to make more money. So my next step, since I feel like I am now on a better spiritual, mental, and emotional path, I don't have to dive as deep anymore, so I can expand my focus, which is career and finances. So that's why I'm kind of diving in jobs again, because Leon is in school, so I'm able to have my time back, because time is valuable. So for my holistic documentary, I divided my parts up, the process in the last 6 months, in 12 different categories. So we got health and fitness, which is like my surgery, what I ate, teas, vitamins, all that. Intellectual life, these are the books I read, or what is this? Yeah, that's a book I read. I think these were just all books I read then. Okay, so intellectual life, basically what did I feed my mind? Emotional life, this is a lot of like late night conversations with myself, how I'm feeling, just emotions, you know, how I dealt with them, how I processed them. I put this was my test, my balloon process, and just me talking. Balloon release, that's mainly in there. My outfits that I wore to my divorce, an Easter egg that I dyed, that was very emotional. So there's a lot of emotion in there. That's 12: health and fitness, intellectual, emotional, character, spirituality, love, relationships, parenting, social life, financial life, career, quality of life, and vision of life. So what I did the other day, I really looked at this genuinely, and I realized financial life and career is the most empty. Now, career has a lot more in it than financial, simply because like me working on my YouTube channel, or in the process of that, and videoing that, and photo shoots and pictures, and knowing that I did it all on my phone, or my collection, or let's see what else is in, what do I consider it? All my artwork, I'm so sorry. All my artwork is in my career. So all the things that, mood boards, I use pictures, a blissful collection. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Let's see, what is this? Paint pour, like how to do, like all these things are skills that I use for my career. That's what I'm saying. So dyeing the fabric. So there are influential pieces that I know. So my goal right now is to take my career and make it financially secure. Now, I'm still working on 3 major projects. The first one, I am working on my fashion movie, which I just finished the soundtrack. I'm willing to do it over, but they basically is the air, the earth, and the water. And I have written down plots and twists and turns, and then it's going to be fashion forward, but it's going to have a story in it. So you're going to see a message, and you're going to see, certain things to make sure you breathe, and it's going to be the glitz and glam and the emotional mantras interpreted into art from my documentary, which is the 12 categories that I broke down in real life. And so the documentary is different. And so I'm going to talk to you pretty much like this, probably on the documentary, but go through parts. So for example, it would be like Kalisha's, holistic journey, part 1, health and fitness. And then I go through and talk about health and fitness, or my health and fitness. And then it could be 0.11, you know what I'm saying? Point, however long it takes me to do that, because it's pretty lengthy. I'll probably try to keep them 30 minutes or less, but I don't know, not there yet. So it's a lot of editing. It's a lot of filling in the blanks. And so the filling in the blanks is right now financial and career. So until I really get enough footage done for these things, this can wait till by the end of the year. But I really want this fashion. I'm working on them all. So the fashion movie is 3 parts, and I'm just breaking them down in bite-sized pieces. So right now I'm just working on air and trying to get all the footage that I visually see in my head for air. And then I know I can move on. So today in air is the colors are yellow, white, and purple. So I'm really excited to see how that overall yellow, white, and purple motif comes along and visually makes you want to be in the air, release a balloon or breathe, go to a mountain peak, things like that. Just air, having fresh air we have a air purifier in our room, and I need to make a maintenance request to replace our filter. So, I try to have as best quality for my daughter to breathe. She has a lot of, people be fighting phlegm, and I think it's a Georgia thing, but it's just, this is how it is right now. But everything's good, everything's caught up. I got a guy coming over Saturday to look at my serger. So whenever that's up, then I can start sewing again. We got swim lessons tomorrow. We got the gym today at 6. So I got a couple hours to figure out what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do it. Besides apply for these jobs. I just made a video of myself, and I'm deciding if I'm gonna do a journal series or if I'm gonna do this other song that I've been working on. And who knows? I don't know. I'm not ready. I miss making videos, but I just gotta find the balance. But my biggest excitement, this is my biggest money maker. So this financial situation, I'm gonna start documenting probably a little bit separately, just so I can keep it private, so I can market it correctly without giving all my secrets away. But I always talked about an art summer camp, so I am trying to get this thing up and running by next summer in Atlanta. And I would like it to be in some sort of church facility. It's going to be a nonprofit organization that heals. I think I said it focuses on the emotional and mental health of children. All right. Well, I wrote this down, but journals move all over the place. It's crazy here. So basically, it's a holistic healing for as the summer camp, and use the art to heal. And I wrote down it's a 6-week summer camp, and every 2 weeks it will be focusing on different facets of their mind, body, and soul, and how to heal. So first 2 weeks will be focused on the mind and different healing art mechanisms to express feelings and emotions, and how to incorporate them in a healthy way, to absorb your feelings in different ways. I just want healthy, less anger, less bitterness, less fear to think that somebody has that much anger to attack somebody. Let's change why people are doing what they're doing. Let's take away harm. Let's take away the idea of harm. There is no need to hurt yourself or hurt anybody else, or feel hurt, and you never know when you feel hurt. So my idea in this age bracket is to process those possible feelings, those anger issues or mental sadness or whatever, depressive issues, and not let them simmer. Go ahead and release them. This is a healing process, a healing camp, but it's also tools to take for the rest of your life. It's a life-changing camp for your mind, your body. We talk about health. We talk about, vitamins, what's good for you, what's bad for you, different processes of that. And then your soul and your spirit. We do talk about God, but we don't talk about just God. We talk about there's demons and there's other parts of spirits. Who are you as a spirit? What is your spirit? Because everybody's different. Everybody's separate. Everybody has their own individual spark. And when it's not nurtured correctly, you might miss your own spark, or you might miss your own path, or get distracted. It's very easy to get distracted. And I'm not saying you can't have a social life or anything crazy like that. Like, the whole part of this is balance, and to be the healthiest person you can be. But it definitely is creative to think outside the box. And I think a lot of people don't realize, like, everybody has a part of them that's creative, but if it's not nurtured, or if it's not even talked about, or if it's not presented, and this will be a lot of crash courses. So there's definitely a grocery list, a variety of different arts, past, present, future. Some of them we will be physically active. Some of them it will just be an auditorium. Some of them will just be test and trial and experiment and grow gardens and, be outside. So I want this by next year. So that's really my next how to I want to fund or run or direct a nonprofit art camp, holistic art camp in Georgia. So that is recorded, and this is part of my financial, officially my first entry in my financial folder from my holistic documentary. So we'll see where that goes, and wish me luck. So basically, we got the gist of where we're going to go, what we're going to do, make a plan, and now we just have to execute it. So actually, I just researched how to monetize art. And it's very funny. The first one is sell your art on Instagram. Instagram is the leading social media platform of art lovers. I didn't even know that. I have Instagram, L.T.penthouse. This one says, number 2, teach art. If you are an extrovert, I'm not, and proactive artist, you can easily find students. Number 3, apply for grants. There are many international programs, local communities, and nonprofit organizations that give grants to artists. Number 4, sell art with print on demand. Print on demand websites are a great way to sell your art online. Number 5, art commissions and licensing. You can also make money with art by selling your art online through commission-based work and official art licensing. Number 6, lead art workshops. If you love teaching but don't like the idea of planning a full course, workshop. 7, public speaking engagements. If you love public speaking, you can take advantage of this opportunity and turn it into a lucrative side hustle by booking speaking arrangements. So I just researched that, and I think a couple of them I'm actually pretty intrigued by. So I might apply them to myself and my personal work. I do all types of stuff. I just evolve. I keep creating, and I do have a website, houseofleonataylor.com, and the Blissful Collection is actually on there, and hopefully I can get around to having a Christmas collection on there by the end of 2022. I'm a lot. I do a lot, and it's very hard to split yourself. It was hard to split before a baby, but I do it for her, and she is my motivation. In my scenario, everybody's motivation is different. Everybody moves differently. I personally had to get to the next phase. So now that life has changed me in a way that I'm definitely healing. I'm not 100%, but I'm definitely healing enough that I feel the work that I've put in myself is going to pay off, because I've learned, I've prayed, I've researched, I've taken my time, I've recalibrated, and I move with purpose in a different way now. And nobody's path is exactly the same. But my holistic journey was literally to heal. So when we got to this chapter, as I said, financial chapter, healing, everybody would like to make more money. How you make your money, when you make your money is on you. Just be responsible. Do something that you take pride in. Do something that brings you joy if you can. And know that there's knowledge out there of how to be way more than this, because I tried to study to be a financial advisor when actually I was pregnant, and I just really couldn't consume that much information. I have a bunch of books, a bunch of workshops of how to set up different things, different accounts, different situations to make sure that my child and I are financially stable just by knowing who to talk to. And if I didn't have that job, I probably wouldn't know how or what to do with money that I got or get. Just life insurance policies, things that work for you, companies. It's not always a good or a bad thing to just talk to a financial advisor. See where you're at, because you can run in circles working really, really hard and not getting financially ahead of where you want to get because of something that you're doing. Everybody does something. So getting that one-on-one, how can I make sure that my budget either is better, good, or how can I get out of this debt? As I said, that documentary, I'm not sure how much longer it'll be on Netflix, but it was called Get Smart with Money. I would recommend watching it. If you're struggling in financial debt, I would definitely suggest to go research how to get out of that. Because it will come. Inflation is here. Things have risen. Prices go up. Nothing's going to change about that. And I don't think you just have to have something that brings you income. And sometimes it's a talent you might not know you have. So dig deep and be aware of what you want to do. But there's always another chance. There's always another thing to do, and keep your mind open. Definitely keep your mind open. Finances is everybody's issue, and I'm not alone. You're not alone. Nobody's alone in how to make more money. How do I make more money? Nobody's alone in that. So don't feel ashamed to reach out for help. All I can say is just don't live beyond your means, and you'll be all right. So, all right. Thanks for watching The Holistic Journey, Chapter 9, the financial chapter. And hopefully the next time we talk about finances, I got my nonprofit organization already up and running. So wish me luck. Thanks. Bye.